And welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and change my spec real quick. I am wanting to essentially go a little more, I'm going to go a little more glass cannon today. Instead of going into my toughness tree, I'm going to do a little more mine rack damage this time around. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. Something you can definitely keep in mind if you like what you see as far as how it actually plays out. Like I said, you still have plenty of defensive with being able to dodge constantly, but the damage should be very good, or if not better than my other videos that I have posted so far. I mean, which has been pretty extraordinarily high for your ability to stay alive. Now, when you run a build like Mine Rack, increased damage, you want to be very sparing about when you decide to use it. Smart people know when you have 3 images running towards them, they may want to dodge that. So most of the times, whenever you get into a fight, you'll want to save it until you know that they've already dodged. I see most people, when they run into a fight, they just do a double tap, running in thinking I'm shooting some massive cooldowns at them at the start. I see a lot of people just burn that right off the bat. I have the ability to do that because all you gotta do is shatter and I get that back extra fast. And like I said, that every time I crit as well. So really don't have any trouble with being able to dodge spam a lot, because you have that to get out of damage, you have your break stun, you have 2 break stuns at that, you have another stealth to confuse and blind, and then while casting a phantasm during blind or whatever you feel like you want to do, because that's very high utility with this build. And then, of course, the staff. Everyone mostly is going to be familiar with how difficult and annoying staff Mesmers are. The Chaos Armor, because of all the condition damage and the extra durability that they get when they phase retreat through that Chaos Storm. So you definitely want to probably take advantage of, if you're going to get into a duel fight, you want to make sure you phase retreat through it, because you're going to get that extra double stack of Chaos Armor. You wait till the end of that, you kind of pay attention, and then you put it on again, and then you have more Chaos Armor. The thing about Phantasmal Warlock, I do like to avoid using that until after my initial double Mine Rack and Frustration. That way, when all that condition stacks up, you get the extra damage from it, and he hits very hard with all of that up. Just something I would like to go ahead, just because things get pretty intense, and you don't really have a lot of time, or you may not see this in a lot of matches because things get crazy, or you're paying attention to everything else that's going around in a fight. You really don't necessarily notice exactly what Mesmers do. I'm going to kind of show you what this build does. This is going to be a little higher damage than what I normally do, so it's going to be kind of, like I said, it's going to be a good example of what I'm able to accomplish with this build as far as damage goes. A lot of times you can start off by going into a fight laying this down, getting your Chaos Armor up. You want to dodge, you can dodge a couple times, and then shatter. He didn't live long enough for me to really show you the potential there. That extra mind rack damage even surprised me. Let's find something that's a little heavier. Okay. Like I say, you really don't need this Chaos Storm to really demonstrate this. I probably could. It's going to be a lot of numbers, but you just watch the bars and you'll kind of see. Okay, so we have phase retreat, double dodge, pull out another image, and then all that HP gone. You pretty much won the duel there. That's heavy armor. So I say you do it, and then, and like I say, you still have, Mind Rack is such a short cooldown, so if they haven't ran already, you have that on top of Diversion. You don't even have to have an image out. I mean, it's so easy to have images out anyway, but you can divert it in right when you're near them to interrupt that heal that they're going to be casting, just because of you don't have to have an image out. It's really amazing. And for that stomp, make sure you divert right at the end. Obviously, I mean, maybe if there's a lot of people, but this can help secure that kill there, along with Time Warp, if you really want to 2v1s or 1v2 a team or a group of people. So, I want to show you kind of an example here of, if I'm not necessarily close to them, this is what you can do if you want to be in a team fight and you want to avoid a lot of heavy damage or AoE. What I usually do is I just throw this in, phase retreat, dodge twice, and now you already have 3 images running in, and look, as soon as your images go in already, or as soon as you shatter them, they're no longer on your bar. They may show up as illusions, but you can pull more out and shatter, and then they'll go there anyway, and you can send 2 groups of shatters in. So that's a good way if you want to avoid going in right away. You just send 2 groups of shatters in, and then you can clean up after that. I will go ahead and start some matches now. You can kind of see how it works. Like I said, I'm going a little more higher damage today. We're going to see how it works. I think it'll be fine. A little less toughness than I'm usually play with, but we will see how it goes. So I'll try to throw some commentary if I get into some duels on how you should play versus them. I've played enough as a Mesmer versus most other classes. Certain people will give me some issues. A lot of good toughness necros with condition damage they can be a little more challenging. Guardians, I know everyone doesn't like getting into fights with Guardians as far as their ability to stay alive and wear you down, but they are pretty easily once you know what they are, what their abilities are. It's pretty easy to find out what they do. Now, underwater combat is extremely good as a Mesmer, especially with this build. The ability to dodge underwater, I shouldn't have done that, but the ability to dodge underwater means you can double tap, you can avoid damage, you're going to send out images, and then you can shatter. Right there. This build is definitely the best I've ever had for underwater, because you really don't have any other clone generating abilities for shatters aside from being able to dodge. he was close to death, wasn't he? So am I, though. Careful. Toughness will get you in a group of thieves and rangers, though. Try not to rush that many people against an obvious loss if we don't have ruins, though. This match is Battle of the Ruins, because this is pretty much what this map is about. That's why they have yet to put it into the tournament. Because it would be an underwater fight. A few people have mastered that cannon in there too. I'll let them finish that up. I would assume he's down. No. Yeah. Now, you want to wait versus thieves to phase retreat until they actually leap towards you. Now, if you get in a fight underwater, or that you're near water, go underwater. Your ability to stay alive, even if they get you down, you can just run away and press your 4 to stay alive. Probably just ridiculously good. Although this is a little bit broken as far as people's ability to just go invulnerable. Find that a little bit annoying, but the game's good in a lot of other ways. I think we're okay down there. Yeah, elementalists, they really don't give me too much trouble. I've seen some good ones, definitely. But they tend to be the ones that blink around a lot. Honestly, I've not done anything but Mesmer to know what their abilities are. I played them back in Guild Wars 1, so I know the names are familiar. I have a friend that's a mage, but I do know that I do not struggle too much with mages or elementalists. You just have so much dueling ability against them.